The story opens with Captain James Riley standing on the bridge of the human exploration vessel Pioneer's Dream. His crew of 12 has spent months traveling to the edge of known space, following mysterious energy readings. They discover a massive, ring-shaped structure floating in the void, clearly artificial and ancient. The ring is enormous, easily the size of a small moon. Strange symbols pulse along its surface with blue light. Dr. Lisa Park, the ship's science officer, runs scans and determines it's some kind of gateway or portal device. The technology is far beyond anything humans have ever seen. When they attempt to activate it using various methods, the gate responds briefly. Holographic displays appear, showing star maps and what looks like a galactic network. But then warning messages flash in an unknown language. The gate's surface turns red, and it seals itself shut with an energy barrier. Lieutenant Tom Kane, the communications expert, manages to decode part of the alien text. The message is clear. Access denied to species classification. Human. Reason. Unauthorized biological signature. Gate sealed by Galactic Council decree. The crew realizes this is part of a vast transportation network connecting civilizations across the galaxy. But humanity has been deliberately locked out. They're not welcome in the greater galactic community. Captain Riley faces a choice. They could return to Earth and report their findings. Or they could try to find another way through. The crew votes. Unanimously, they didn't come this far to turn back now. Dr. Park discovers the gate's energy patterns and realizes it draws power from nearby stars. If they could disrupt that connection temporarily, the barrier might weaken. It's dangerous, but it might work. The part ends with Riley making the decision to attempt the dangerous plan. They will force their way through a gate that was specifically sealed to keep them out. Asterisk, the human crew begins their risky plan to breach the sealed gateway. Engineer Mike Ross works with Dr. Park to modify their ship's weapons to disrupt the gate's power flow. They have to be precise. Too much force could destroy the gate entirely. As they prepare, Lieutenant Kane intercepts alien communications passing through the gate system. He translates fragments that reveal the truth. Humans were classified as a dangerous species by something called the Galactic Council. The reason isn't clear, but the Council decided Earth should remain isolated. Captain Riley grows more determined. Whatever the aliens think they know about humanity, they're about to learn the truth. Humans don't give up easily. The first attempt fails. Their energy weapons barely scratch the gate's barrier. But Dr. Park notices something interesting in the readings. The gate's defenses are designed to stop ships trying to enter normally. They're not prepared for someone attacking the gate itself. Ross suggests a bold plan. Instead of trying to slip through, they should ram the gate at full speed while simultaneously overloading their ship's reactor. The explosion might create a temporary breach they could escape through. In the ship's smaller shuttle Dot, it's essentially a suicide mission for the Pioneer's Dream, but the crew agrees. They've come too far to fail now. As they execute the plan, alien ships suddenly appear around the gate. Sleek vessels with advanced weapons, clearly responding to the humans' attempts to breach the barrier. The aliens try to warn them off, broadcasting messages in broken English they must have learned from intercepted Earth signals. Human vessels, withdraw immediately. You are violating Galactic Council law. Your species is restricted. Riley responds with humanity's answer. We don't recognize your authority over us. We'll go where we choose. The battle is brief, but intense. The alien ships are more advanced, but they're not prepared for human tactics or human stubbornness. While they focus on stopping the Pioneer's Dream, nobody notices the small shuttle launching from the ship's rear bay. The Pioneer's Dream hits the gate's barrier at full speed, just as its reactor overloads. The explosion tears a hole in the energy field. Through that breach, the shuttle carrying all 12 crew members shoots into the swirling portal beyond. The part ends with them emerging on the other side, battered but alive, staring at a sight that takes their breath away, a vast space station surrounding a star, with ships from dozens of alien species docked at its ports. Asterisk. The human shuttle emerges near the massive station called Hub Central. Captain Riley and his crew quickly realize they're in the heart of galactic civilization. Hundreds of different alien species conduct trade and diplomacy here, but their arrival triggers immediate alarms. Station security ships surround them sleek, craft piloted by tall, gray-skinned beings with large eyes. These are the Keepers, the Council's enforcement arm. The Keepers demand the humans surrender immediately. They've never seen anything like this. A restricted species breaking through. A sealed gate. It shouldn't be possible. Dr. Park studies the station while they're surrounded. The technology is incredible, but she notices something that surprises her. Much of it appears to be built for species similar to humans in size and basic biology. They're not as unique as the Council apparently believes. A Keeper commander named Vex boards their shuttle. He's tall, thin, with pale skin and those distinctive large black eyes. He speaks perfect English, which disturbs the crew. Your species was restricted for good reason, Vex explains. Humans are too aggressive, too unpredictable. The Council studied your world for centuries before making this decision. Captain Riley challenges this. You studied us? From where? We never knew you existed. Vex reveals that the Council has monitoring stations throughout human space. They've watched humanity's development, wars, and expansion. The Council concluded that humans would be a destabilizing force in galactic society. Lieutenant, Kane asks the obvious question. So you decided for us, without even talking to us? The conversation is interrupted when another alien arrives. Shorter, reptilian being with green scales, called Commander Rex. He represents a faction that disagreed with the isolation policy. Some of us argued that humans deserved a chance, Rex admits. Your species shows remarkable problem-solving abilities. You just proved it by getting here. Through Rex, the crew learns about the Galactic Council's structure. Thousands of species participate, but decisions are made by the oldest and most powerful civilizations. Newer species like humanity are often restricted until they prove themselves worthy. Dr. Park points out the flaw in this system. How can we prove ourselves? If you never give us the chance? The debate is cut short when station alarms begin blaring. Long-range sensors have detected something approaching through the gate network. A massive human fleet. Riley smiles. You didn't think we came alone, did you? The part ends with the revelation that Earth has been tracking the pioneers' dreams. Mission. When the gate briefly opened, they detected it and sent a full exploration fleet through before it could close again. Humanity isn't asking for permission anymore. They're announcing their arrival. Asterisk. Admiral Beth Stone leads a fleet of 50 human ships through the gate network. When Earth detected the brief opening, they mobilized their most advanced vessels and followed the pioneers' dreams path. The arrival of such a large human force sends shockwaves through Hub Central. The station has never seen a restricted species arrive in such numbers. Emergency council sessions begin immediately. Captain Riley and his crew are brought before a hastily assembled tribunal of council representatives. The chamber is vast, filled with beings of every imaginable shape and size. Some breathe different atmospheres and attend via environmental suits or holographic projection. The council leader is an ancient being called Prime Elder Cole, whose species was among the first to achieve interstellar travel. He resembles a massive tree with a humanoid face in the bark, speaking through vibrations that are translated into various languages. Humans, Prime Elder Cole intones, your species was restricted because our analysis showed you to be inherently violent and expansionist. Your history confirms this assessment. Admiral Stone, now attending the tribunal via communication link, responds firmly. You judged us based on our past, not our potential. Every species has violence in its history. Dr. Park supports this argument. With data she's gathered about the station, she's discovered that many current Council species went through similar phases of conflict before achieving stability. The difference is they were allowed to grow and learn. Commander Rex speaks up, revealing more about the internal Council debates. Many of us believe the restriction policy is wrong. It prevents natural galactic evolution and cultural exchange. The tribunal becomes heated as species take sides. Some support the traditional isolation approach, while others argue for giving humans a chance to prove themselves. Lieutenant Kane makes a crucial observation during the debates. He's been monitoring galactic communications and notices something troubling. The Council's expansion has stagnated. New technologies and ideas are rare. The galactic community has become static and comfortable. Maybe that's why you're afraid of us, Kane suggests. Not because we're violent, but because we represent change. This observation strikes home with several Council members. A few species admit privately that their civilizations have grown complacent. The excitement and unpredictability that humans represent might actually be beneficial. The debate is interrupted by urgent reports from the station's outer perimeter. Human ships aren't just sitting idle. They're actively scanning everything, mapping the station's layout and technology, and making contact with individual alien vessels. Some aliens are fascinated by human curiosity and directness. A traitor species called the Flux finds human negotiation tactics refreshingly honest compared to the complex diplomatic protocols they're used to. Other species are alarmed by human boldness. The humans ask questions about everything, want to understand how all the technology works, and seem genuinely interested in every alien culture they encounter. Prime Elder Cole realizes the situation has moved beyond simple tribunal proceedings. Humans are already integrating themselves into galactic society, whether the Council approves or not. The part ends with an unexpected development. Several junior species, those who joined the Council more recently, formally request that humans be granted provisional membership. They argue that humanity's arrival has already begun changing galactic society for the better, bringing new energy and perspectives that have been missing for centuries. Asterisk, the tribunal reaches a historic decision. After centuries of isolation policies, the Galactic Council votes to grant humanity provisional membership. It's not unanimous. Several older species remain opposed, but it's enough. The decision comes with conditions. Humans must establish a permanent embassy at Hub Central and agree to follow basic galactic laws regarding territorial disputes and resource sharing. In return, they gain access to trade networks, technological exchanges, and the gate system. Captain Riley is chosen as Earth's first galactic ambassador, with his crew serving as the initial embassy staff. It's a role none of them expected when they first discovered the sealed gate. Dr. Park begins working with alien scientists, sharing human research methods while learning about advanced galactic technologies. She discovers that human approaches to problem-solving are indeed unique, more direct, and experimental than the careful, theoretical methods most alien species prefer. Engineer Mike Ross finds himself in high demand. Several species are fascinated by human engineering philosophy. If it works, it's good enough. If it doesn't work, make it work. This practical approach contrasts sharply with the perfectionist methods common in galactic engineering. Lieutenant Kane establishes communication protocols between Earth and the galactic network. For the first time in human history, Earth receives regular updates about galactic events, trade opportunities, and technological developments. The changes go both ways. Human music, art, and entertainment quickly spread through the station. Many aliens find human creativity refreshing after centuries of established cultural patterns. Admiral Stone's fleet begins regular patrols through human space, now connected to the broader galactic community. Earth starts receiving alien visitors, carefully. Screened diplomatic and trade delegations. Commander Rex becomes an important ally, helping humans navigate complex galactic politics. He admits that humanity's arrival has energized reformist factions throughout the Council. Not everything goes smoothly. Some alien species remain suspicious of human intentions. A few incidents occur when human directness clashes with complex alien social protocols. But these problems are resolved through negotiation rather than conflict. Prime Elder Call privately admits to Captain Riley that the Council's fears about humans were partially correct, but in a positive way. Your species does bring change, he acknowledges. We simply failed to recognize that change can be beneficial. The story concludes with a scene 6 months later. Hub Central has been transformed by human presence. The station buzzes with new activity as humans and aliens collaborate on projects that seemed impossible before. Trade networks expand, new technologies emerge from human-alien partnerships, and galactic society begins evolving in unexpected directions. Captain Riley stands on the station's observation deck, watching Earth ships arrive with new diplomatic and trade delegations. The sealed gate that once kept humanity isolated now serves as a bridge connecting Earth to countless worlds. Dr. Park joins him, carrying reports about breakthrough discoveries made through interspecies scientific collaboration. The Council was right about one thing, she observes. We humans are unpredictable. Riley nods, watching alien children play with human toys in the station's recreational areas while their parents conduct business that would have been impossible just months ago. They thought that was a weakness, he replies. Turns out it was exactly what this galaxy needed. The story ends with a message being transmitted back to Earth, carried by ships heading through the gate network toward home. It's a simple message, but one that changes everything. Mission accomplished. The gate is open. Welcome to the galaxy.